what you brought. We've got a couple of very fast door cars coming.
Tour 306 listed there for Rocco in True Street actually, and the vehicle going 1556 on transit from Bulgaria.
Not a flinch from Dave, did you notice?
Just smart hill.
Yeah. Go on then.
It brought him back to the heyday of doing the Hockenheim public test days, where he used to just love going watching these mental cars going on there one day, one weekend of the year.
Yeah,
and obviously these cars have gone from running 9s to now running down into the 6s.
That's what happens when the hook sets, isn't it?
Yeah. And then we got our jam shed with the Batmobile.
Good looking car, then.
He usually said 10. He goes, I'm consistent. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. He goes, my PB's 10-3, but 10-4 is well on.
I do like the Boadicea spikes on the wheels. Can you see them from there?
I can, yeah.
I can honestly, if you stand too close, they probably would do you. Sometimes you change the winning combination and upgrade it, and we go back to square one again. Seems to be the day.
Just going to reset, but yeah, as you said, new engine in this, more power than ever.
That's often what change, it's just, it's a never-ending battle of finding the weak link, isn't it? Sometimes that's the nut behind the wheel, but I'm sure that's not the case. At least he got off the line, that's always a good start. Right, folks. Another dominating force at the door slammers. Back to see us again. Do you know what? They haven't changed. I'm missed. They haven't changed the second garage. How have they not done that?
So Constantine Geneva is rolling under the tower with last year's winning car for the Tom Riggett Performance 5 and 6 cylinder class. He's up against his first ever pass down the course mile.
Against the 6 seconds. Let's go. Fantastic.
Such a big Sasha's like right RPM. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put him to stage. I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to the motor's RPM, and in a minute he's going to be like, oh, I can't hear my car. I know exactly what it is.
Awesome.
I did that. I know exactly the same feeling when I went up against Carl Cox, and I was like, I know what I'm doing. I've done this a million times.
However,
completely knocked me off.
do you know, really quickly while you're on that subject, it's bike related, but I remember the horses when they came over from the Super Twin, Mark Asherford, the guy that rode it, every time he was up against Claire Benson, because the exhausts on the beast go sideways, he couldn't hear his own mark, he couldn't hear his own line, so he kept missing the shift, he kept missing, like when he punches it into high gear, he couldn't hear when he was supposed to change. Yeah, so
at that point he's looking at the fuel tech lane going, what the hell?
think he's every handbrake, as we may have mentioned before. Okay, two unbelievably unique cars once again. Dave Edison, Jake Tippett. Can you control the sporty these days?
Does. So during COVID, Jake Tippett took up the art of making his own carbon fibre panels, and he's never stopped. He just keeps. He's like, what else can I make? But literally, Alan was saying to me last night, he was like, oh, you should do the side panels. I was like, nah, it's a lot of work. And then after that, he proceeded to see Jake pick up the back end of the car. We've got some broken bits come off of David Lammick's car. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is an end of the CB joint.
Well, at least it's on Friday in open qualifying, not on race day morning.
No, that's it. So there you go. It's the second time this year we have seen CB joints breaking on that car. It can happen. Has he still been able to drive? Unless there's just the smallest amount of the CB joint remaining in the hub. He did qualify, oh no, he went, oh no, the story could play out, as I said. I think he ran an 18 earlier. winner Saturday 2 years ago. He was so happy he took the Sunday off, if you remember. He didn't bother.
What time was it? Half 3?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Because time just disappears up here, doesn't it?